to today's video. Today, we're talking about families. So first, I want you to please make a list of famous families. We're going to share in class. Is your family big or small? How many relatives do you have? In my case, I think I have a big family. We're more than 50. What about you? Okay, we have to complete the sentences using the words in the box now. I think I had a closer relationship with my parents than my friends who had brothers and sisters. I was an only child. Pause the video and work on the rest, please. Okay, we're going to check together during our lesson. What are the pros and cons of having a big family? Please pause the video and write down 3 ideas for each. We're going to check together and see if we have similar ideas. Great. Now, we have to complete the sentences as well with your own ideas. For example, I think it is important for children to have someone to play with or to learn to share. I always enjoyed singing when I was a child. One of my favorite memories is playing with my brothers. When I was a kid, I used to wish for someone to play Barbies with. Okay, we're going to share ideas in class. Now, go to student book page 77. Exercise A. Here, we need to choose the correct form of the verb to complete the sentences. Let's do the first one. Osman thinks it is important for children to grow up or growing up with other children. Well, in this case, we're going to say to grow up. Now pause the video and work on the rest. Okay, let's see. Sophia says that she was sometimes a little lonely playing by herself. Lily says she always had enough to eat as a child. Sean feels that he had no real problems being an only child. Did you get this right? Excellent. Now, which sentences are talking about actual experiences and which ones are making generalizations? Okay, let's take a look at this. I want you to please pause the video and read the sentences. Why do we sometimes use ing forms and sometimes we use infinitives? Well, we're going to check this right now. So, we use infinitives after adjectives to make generalizations, like, it was impossible to get a good grade. It is very important for you to practice every day. If you notice here, we're talking about general things, we're not being very specific. Now, we use infinitives after nouns or even pronouns to add more details or say how you use them. She always has nice clothes to wear. I wanted someone to play with. Let's continue. Now, we use ing forms after adjectives to talk about actual experiences. It was lonely being by myself all the time. This specific experience, being by myself. It was amazing driving on my own for the first time. That specific experience, driving on my own for the first time. We also use ing forms after expressions like have fun, have trouble or have problems, and be worth. They had fun playing soccer in the rain. It is hard, but that promotion is worth working a bit more. Okay, great, let's continue. Now, let's pause the video and complete these sentences using the correct form of the verb. Okay, let's see. There was always someone to play with. I was a bit lonely being by myself all the time. It was impossible for her to have time for herself. We always had nice clothes to wear. I had fun growing up with my family. Did you get this right? Excellent. Let's go to workbook page 52, exercise A. Here, we need to choose the correct form of the verb to complete this memory. Let's do the first sentence. As an only child, mother wanted siblings. siblings, right? Now, we didn't work on the rest. Okay, let's see. When she and my father got married, they agreed it was important to have more than one child. So they had 6 kids. Things weren't always easy though. For example, there was never anywhere quiet to sit in our house. But I always had fun hanging out with my older sisters. My brother was the only boy, so he was often bored playing with girls all the time. And I think he was a bit lonely being surrounded by so many girls. But mostly, we had no problem growing up in such a big family, and we're all still very close. Did you get excellent? Now, please work on exercise B as your homework. You need to complete the conversation using the correct form of the verbs in parentheses. Sometimes there is more than one correct answer. Remember, use infinitives after adjectives to make generalizations and after nouns and pronouns, and use ing forms after adjectives to talk about actual experiences and also after expressions like have fun, have problems, and be worth. Pause the video while you work on this. Okay, let's just check the first one. You were an only child, right? Weren't you bored playing by yourself all the time? Sometimes, but there were a lot of families in my building, so there was always a neighbor's apartment to go to. We're going to check the rest in class. I will